Hello, today I'm going to give you a review of All-Star Movie Resort. We just got back from a recent Disney World vacation and we stayed at All-Star Movie. This was our first time staying at an All-Star Resort, so I wanted to give you a review and kind of what I thought about it and would we stay there again and just information about it. So let's get started. As a family of 6, we do not fit into pretty much most of the standard rooms. They sleep 4 or 5. There are a few that sleep more, but very few. So we chose All-Star Movie because we needed 2 hotel rooms, so 2 connecting rooms. And I just wasn't really ready to spend the amount of money that it would cost to book 2 rooms, say at like the Polynesian or Beach Club or where am I? The Caribbean Beach. Caribbean Beach is one of our favorite. I don't know why that was hard for me to think of. Anyway, we wanted to try to keep the cost down a little bit this trip. So I thought, let's try an All-Star Movie, get 2 rooms, because 2 rooms at All-Star Movie is about the same as getting 1 room at Caribbean Beach. It might work out really well. We may really love it. And we actually ended up having my husband's parents along with us, so we actually had 2 more adults with us. So there was a total of 8 people, and we had 2 rooms at All-Star. Now, the room situation did work out well. We did get connecting rooms, and the way they're set up, it was a little tight with all 8 of us. Had it just been 6 people, I do think the room setup would have probably been pretty perfect because you could have left up one of the beds because they both have like a fold down bed in each room. So we could have left up one of the beds and had kind of like a master suite type situation and then the double bed situation in the other room. So that would have worked out okay. But we actually used all the beds since my in-laws were with us and we still fit just fine. It just was a little tighter, but not so tight that it felt like claustrophobic or anything. It was fine and we were all good. Everyone slept good. It worked out really well. Now, benefits to All-Star. The bus system there was great. We did not really have to wait for a bus, hardly at all. We would get to the bus station and almost immediately there would be a bus for whichever park we were going to. So that was really nice because in the past I've had some issues with the buses and I was a little worried about that and we were thinking we would just use our car, but we did not have to use our car at all. The buses were great. The food court there was very good. The food had a nice variety of food and it was all very tasty. And the pizza actually at All-Star Movie was a very affordable option. You could get an entire pizza for, I want to say it was like $15, give or take. Don't hold me to that. It was somewhere around that. But 1 large pizza and it fed my whole family of 6. My in-laws did something different. But I felt like for a Disney meal, that really was very affordable. And it was good pizza too. So good food court. Where we were located at in the hotel was at the Mighty Duck section. So we actually were really close to All-Star Music lobby. So we kind of utilized both food courts and lobbies, just kind of depending on what we were doing for the moment. So that was kind of nice to have the 2 options. The pool there was fun, but not our favorite. And of course, you cannot beat the price. The price was amazing. Like I said, we got 2 rooms for the price of staying at 1 room for a moderate. So definitely a huge savings in the cost with these rooms. Now, downsides and things we did not like about All-Star. The theming was really cute, but you kind of had to look for it at least. And part of this was probably just where our room was located at. We could get to both lobbies and at music and movies. Goodness, that's hard to say. Music and movies. We could get to both lobbies at music and movies and not really see any of the theming. Just see parking lot because you could come out, walk all the way there just along the parking lot on both sides. So to see the theming and the fun stuff, we kind of had to go out of our way and walk like around and back to see the fun theming, which we did a few times. And that may or may not be a big deal to you. Some people really don't care at all about that, part of what we love about Disney resorts as a family is we enjoy being fully immersed in the whole Disney world. So that was a little bit of a negative to us, that we kind of just felt like we were just at any hotel. It didn't really feel very Disney to us. A nice hotel, but just not Disney to us. But if you did go out of the way to find the theming, it was cute. The other downside was the pool, which I said we liked, and we did. It was a really nice big pool, and it did have a fun theming there, but the kids are used to having a water slide, so they were a little sad that there was no water slide. And the little kid area also, it was more like, not little kid, but like baby. It was just kind of like a few little fountains just kind of splashing. Bella was not too entertained with it. So we do like the little kids section better at some of the other resorts we have stayed at. But on the flip side, you can't beat this price. So you kind of have to take that with what it is, because, you know, you pay more, I expect more, you pay less, you're going to get less. And like I said, nothing was bad. The pool was fine. Everything was fine. But it is appropriate for the price, I guess would be a good way of saying it. You do get a little bit less, but you're paying way less. So the pool not having a slide was a little bit of a downside, but we knew that going into it. So we weren't like, didn't get there and were shocked. I knew it had no pool, but we did miss having a slide. Sorry, not no pool, no slide. We missed not having a slide. The only other negative I could possibly say, which again, it's kind of you get what you pay for, is the rooms were smaller than past rooms that we have stayed at, but they were sufficiently sized. We fit in there. I could park the stroller in there. It was a little tight, but it worked. So not the end of the world, but it also was not a hotel room that I would probably just want to hang out in all the time. I will say though, I did like how you could fold up one of the beds and make it into a table. That came in handy every morning. I would fold up the bed and the kids could sit at the table and eat breakfast. So that was a really handy, nice thing to have, and I'm glad that they did that update, because I do think that is a benefit. If you want to see an entire room tour of these rooms, I will link a video down below to another YouTuber called Here with the Ears. They have a ton of hotel room videos at Disney World, and they are all very well done. He will point out details and things that I don't even notice. And we do have some video of the room, but his are way better. So I'm just going to link that down below if you actually want to see a walkthrough tour of the hotel room, because his would be better than anything I could do. So be sure to check that out if you want to see what it actually looks like with the video tour. So I polled my family and asked them if they would rather stay at the All-Stars again, or if they'd rather stay off property or at a Disney Springs hotel like the DoubleTree. I personally would be fine staying at the DoubleTree over All-Star. I do not feel like you really get that much more, other than maybe the food court part, for being at an All-Star versus the DoubleTree. And the DoubleTree would actually be even cheaper than staying at an All-Star. So if we're looking at cost, I probably would go ahead and be like, yeah, let's just stay at the DoubleTree over it. But the rest of my family all voted for All-Star over a Disney Springs or off-property resort. So I was outvoted there. They all still would prefer being there. They still felt like it had a little bit more Disney magic than somewhere like DoubleTree. And I would agree, it does have a little bit more Disney magic than like the DoubleTree does, because it is still a Disney hotel. To answer the biggest question, would we stay again? Yes, we most likely would stay at an All-Star again. It is not my first choice, and if I could stay somewhere else, I probably would book somewhere else, but I would be at an All-Star rather than not be at Disney at all, and I would enjoy it still, because it was still a perfectly fine hotel. It was nice. But be sure to check out my next video I have coming out about season passes versus just buying day tickets or like a week worth of tickets. Because if I've done my math right, I think you could actually get 2 trips in using a season pass, staying at a nicer hotel for the same cost as staying at an All-Star with a package deal. Check that video out and let's kind of talk through it and see if maybe I'm right. And if I'm wrong, you can correct me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have you guys stayed at an All-Star before? Do you like the All-Star? Which All-Star is your favorite? Because there are 3 of them. And if you don't like All-Star, where do you like to stay? Is there an off-property that you love? I would love to hear what your options are and where you guys like to stay. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.